Yeah.
This version of the Bible, it's not as like color coded as Uthman's is. Uthman's one is color.
Okay, so does that mean you agree with the genocides?
I think this was commanded against the pharaohs.
I'm asking, is that okay? Do you agree with that?
The Pharisees. If it's against the Pharisees, I agree with it.
That's not what it says. I literally read the names out.
Do I agree with them?
Do you agree with genociding communities?
If they have attacked you first, then yeah.
But they didn't.
Or if they seek to harm you, then yeah. Can we get a Christian in here? Hold on. Can we get you here? This is not a Deuteronomy. This is about the chosen people of God. He's saying that's in Deuteronomy, there's a verse. So in verse
Deuteronomy 7.
Can you explain to me the context of that?
This verse here?
Yeah. I've only been in Christian for 3 weeks, so I need him. He's been Christian for life.
That's fine.
I know, but obviously I'm new in it. So
that's fine, no problem.
I have met Muslims who love their Quran.
So why is he shouting?
Sadly, most of them are like you.
So what's the argument?
That do you agree with genociding people?
Do I agree with genocide?
I asked him. He wanted the context.
What's the context?
So I gave him the Bible. He read it. So I think he asked you for further context.
And what's your thoughts on the verse?
So it doesn't matter what
You'd have to read the chapter before.
But what is that about? You've read Deuteronomy, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what's it about?
Well, God has told them to go and uproot the land, possess the land.
Which ones? Israelites. So Israelites were brought into slavery by the Egyptian
It says
pharaohs.
utterly destroy them, not the land, them. So these seven,
I said the Lord said to possess the land.
7 nations, it says conquer them, utterly destroy them, show no mercy to them. Don't show mercy to land, right? Don't destroy land. Here it's saying them. The pronoun.
What's your point?
That this is
You're saying there's proof of genocide. That's what
Yeah.
you're saying.
it's genocide. Right? It's genocide, right? According to any definition.
Well, you can call it that, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So what do you think?
Thank you. No, that's where we'd reached, and you wanted to get confirmation if it was or not.
Okay.
You got
Pharisees
yours.
literally brought the Israelites into slavery, and the Pharisees were threatening to invade the Israelites. So if somebody is
So I'm asking you, is that moral?
somebody is threatening, so do you think that's as a Christian, right? You believe in Old Testament and New Testament.
I do, I believe in both.
Right, but do you think that was just?
They did what God told them to do.
They did what God told them to do.
If God gave them the land. Yeah?
So okay, can we talk about the Islamic point of view? So when Muhammad got kicked out of Mecca when he went to Medina, right? When he had a covenant. Okay, I'm going to say this one at least. At least Muhammad had a covenant with the pagan Arabs. But when the pagan Arabs broke the covenant, he ordered them to break all the statues, and for that land, Mansour is my witness. He said that Mansour told me on camera that this land is of pure monotheistic belief. Isn't that genocide? If I could spin the wheel.
I'm not here to defend Mansour's argument. I've made my own point. I want to first talk about this, and then we can go to that once I know your position on this. Because if your position on...
That's what God wills, and
One
that's what
second.
God wills.
But that's why I'm saying that if you agree on this, then I don't... One second. Then you can't really lay the finger on the Prophet, right? Because according to you, you can wipe out nations when they haven't really done anything to you yet.
If that's what God wills, that's what God wills. Do you agree with that? If that's what God wills, that's what God wills.
God is a just one.
Okay, so let me ask you another question here. 1 Samuel chapter 15 verse 3, when it talks about the Amalekites, it talks about killing the babies. What have the babies done?
That's because they're worshipping the baby Molech.
But what have the babies done?
That's because the Israelites strayed away from the message of God.
But did the baby stray away from the message of God?
No, but the Israelites strayed away from it. You get it. Yeah, the Israelites strayed away from the message of God, so God punished the Israelites by banishing them from the land. Simple.
Right, so that's a punishment to the Israelites. But what I don't understand is why kill the babies? Babies are innocent,
That's
right?
what they did. Because
But babies haven't done anything, bro. Don't just follow the script.
babies, that's what Israelites did.
Did the babies do anything?
Hold on, brother. When the Israelites were sacrificing kids for Molech and other deities, God banished them from the land of Israel. So that's the punishment.
They were punished.
You're not answering my question. The question is, why kill the babies?
Free will.
Free will to kill babies.
Yeah. Everybody has free will.
So if you were alive at that time, would you kill the babies?
Would I kill the babies? No, I wouldn't.
So you'd go against the command of God.
Message of God.
But because God is telling the believers to kill their babies, right?
He didn't say that. Give me proof that God told him to kill the babies. God would never say that.
Okay, 1 Samuel 15 verse 3. Let's whip it out. 1 Samuel
God is commanding them to kill.
Wait, they don't believe in free will anyway.
15 verse 3. Okay, look. So look. Now go and attack the Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have, and do not spare them, but kill both man and woman, infant and nursing child, ox, sheep, camel, and donkey.
Hey, I'm going to let him answer it first and then I'll answer it.
No, you deal with it. This is your subject.
They brought the subject on to me.
What's your response?
I'll give them a subject afterwards that they can't answer.
So you don't want to answer this?
I don't want to answer this because if God wills, that's what God wills.
No, but if you were alive at that time and God told you, because look,
You probably
now
would have
go
got
and
peer
attack.
pressure into doing that, but yeah.
No, but would you follow the?
I would follow the commandments of God laid out by Moses. No, I wouldn't know.
So you wouldn't obey God.
Before this was
1 second. So you wouldn't obey God, right?
I would obey God, yeah, because if that's what God wills, that's what God wills.
So you would kill the babies.
That's what God wills, that's what God wills.
So can you tell me you would kill babies?
Under the law of
Yeah,
Moses.
that's what God wills, that's what God wills, yeah.
That's mad.
Guys so loud, they say.
Madness.
It's not that they're editing.
Don't really know what to say.
Editing.
I've watched. He'll put an entire 3-hour conversation on there. I'm just saying. I know you don't have to go. I'm just saying.
What's the point? What's the point? Assalamu alaikum, brother. How are you right?
They don't cut out seconds.
Fair enough, and that's good for them, but I don't know that. So we'll wait.
What do you think about this verse of killing babies?
No, I can't. I'm not going to come in on that. because I
Trust
don't
that the
know
camera is.
I'll show. You can read it.
No, I'm not going to read it now. I'm not going to read it now. You know?
I wanted to give you that chance.
I'm not in a studying mood right now. Yeah?
But I'm not in the taking out of context mood, so I want to always give my interlocutor. Yeah. That's why I'm saying, look, here's the Bible. Do what you want.
I don't need to do anything. I can make you read it.
Is that God establishing the people?
No, that's talking about killing babies.
Yeah.
There.
He's establishing the people, isn't he? He brought them out of slavery
Yeah.
and he's establishing them.
By telling them to kill
land,
babies.
And he's giving them land.
But is it okay to kill babies is my question.
The Lord said to do something, we do it.
Or kill babies.
It's authority, it's authority.
Okay.
You can do it. It's
Okay.
there, it's written.
Is it justice though to kill a baby?
Who is just? Okay, with God.
Is it ever just to kill a baby?
God, if God said do something, who is more just than God?
Our argument is God would never say something like
And I'm asking why?
this. Because it's a baby, it's innocent.
But didn't he kill innocent people in the Quran? Isn't there innocent
Not
people?
babies. There's no command.
Innocent is innocent.
I'll tell
You
you.
can't say, oh, but it's got a baby.
I'll tell you.
Innocent is innocent.
No, I'm talking about babies, yeah? Because a baby, objectively, we can agree is innocent. Anyone else, you might think they're innocent, I might think they're not innocent, right? That's what's going on at the moment around the world.
What makes someone innocent?
I'm sure we can at least agree a baby is
What
innocent.
makes someone
Or
innocent?
being a baby.
What makes, like, not asking who, I said what makes.
Not having your faculties in order.
Right, so there's other innocent people in the
so an
Quran
insane
that are
person,
also
right?
taken out as well by innocence.
So an insane person, right?
No, not an insane person.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I'm just saying, what's innocence?
Right.
You can't say innocent when there were innocent people in the Quran that were taken out by the command of Muhammad.
Who?
The young man that we said is going to grow up to destroy Islam, he was innocent.
No, he wasn't.
What did he do?
He was a highway robber.
What did he do? Where is
What
that
do you
in the
mean?
Quran?
What? I just responded
Is that
to
in
you.
the Quran? Can
No,
you
it's
show me
not.
that?
It doesn't have to be in the
Is it in the
Quran.
Hadith?
Does the yes?
Show me.
It's in Qurtubi.
Can you show me?
What, the Arabic? Can you read
I
Arabic?
can't. You can. How is it in there? You can't.
What do you mean? How is it in there?
It's not in the Quran.
It's in Qurtubi.
Yeah, but it's not in the Quran.
It's
Which is
not
your
in the
authority.
Quran.
Which
No,
is your
it's not.
authority. Oh, the Quran got your authority.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you mean?
I thought the Quran was your authority.
Yeah, the Quran is the authority.
It's not in the Quran.
Did I say everything's written in the Quran?
No, I didn't say
Did
so.
I say everything's written in the Quran? I'm
asking
playing
you,
your game now.
innocent person
Is everything
is
written in the Bible? Is everything written in the Bible?
Yes.
Everything's written in the
Everything
Bible.
that we teach-
Why have you got church fathers then?
Not everything
Why
we
have you got
teach,
ecumenical
everything
councils?
teach.
So everything's not in the Bible.
In the Bible it says, it says to
You
call
see,
no man
this is-
father. That's what they're doing something wrong.
The,
But it gives you
the
advice
game
about it.
is not helpful.
It's not a game.
It
gives
is.
you advice about it.
No,
says,
it is a
"Don't call
game.
no man father."
Because
in
we-
the Bible, but yet, so you are called, they call people father. It's not saying God acknowledges it. They're doing something that's wrong, and it's in the Bible.
I'm
saying
going to
God
let you
does that.
finish.
Go ahead. Let me hear what you say.
Okay, so you've mentioned 2 points. You said, is it written in the Quran? I said, no, but the Quran is authority for you.
What is written in the
That's
Quran? What is
Sorry,
written?
I'll let you finish, right?
Go on.
Yeah? About the individual being killed. You said he's innocent. I told you in Qurtubi, and there are other narrations that say that he was not innocent. He was a highway robber, and one thing's for certain, he was definitely not a baby. Now, we don't say the Quran is the only revelation. We've never made the argument. The Quran is revelation, the Hadith is revelation. So both of them are taken together. The other thing that you said was, if it's not written in the Quran, therefore that's a non-argument. You've got ecumenical councils, you've got church fathers, you've got the Didache, you've got all sorts of things. And the third thing, remind me what was the third thing that you mentioned? Calling father, right? Right. So we say, according to our view, it is conceivable that in the previous generations that it could have been permissible for them to call God Father, not ontologically, respectfully. We have no issue with that. Go ahead.
Yeah. But you was talking about.
Thank you for listening, by the way.
You was talking about the priests. I'm saying they're wrong for calling father. But the word says, while on earth call no man father. Only God in heaven is your father.
Yeah, ontologically.
So what they're doing is incorrect. But it's in the Bible. But the guy you're talking about, the innocent young man, he's not mentioning his innocence. He's not mentioning the Quran,
Doesn't have
which is
to
your
be.
main source.
It doesn't have to be.
So it's not the main. Which was written first?
It doesn't matter what was written first. Quran and Hadith, they are revelation. What comes first, what doesn't come first is besides the point. Because we can make the argument, Old Testament came first, therefore it overrides the New Testament. That would be illogical, right? Just because Old Testament came first doesn't mean it's authority over the New Testament, correct?
It works together.
Exactly. There you go. It's the same. Quran, Hadith works together.
Do you want to go on the mic? It's from Revelation Television. Yeah, I wanted to ask him something.
Sure.
Right? So, you believe the Quran is the word of God, yeah? Yes or no?
Yeah.
About the Islamic dilemma.
No. I'm going to ask my own question.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was just trying to see if I
So
could
we
figure
can
it
all
out.
say the Shahada here, right? Yeah? Okay. Tell me something Muhammad prophesied that's relevant to us today. And then I'll make you read that Bible and prophesy about yourself.
The coming of Jesus.
The coming of Jesus.
Yes.
That's irrelevant.
Do you believe
I'm
Jesus will
talking
come back?
about
Yeah, now. We believe Jesus
but
will
he
come
hasn't
back.
come back yet. So
Right.
you can't use that.
Do you believe Jesus is going to come back?
I do, but he hasn't come back yet.
That's relevant then.
You can't use that. That doesn't qualify Muhammad.
But that's relevant.
It doesn't authenticate him as a prophet.
problem.
So you have to give me something else.
Okay, so he prophesied that there will come a time that the Arabs will compete with each other to make tall buildings.
Bedouin era.
The Bedouin era.
Yeah? Is that when did this happen?
He said this 1400 years ago, and it's only come into fruition about just under 100 years ago.
It's a bit vague though, no?
What's vague about it?
It's a vague prophecy.
Tell me
I
what's
wanna see if
vague.
you could
Very
do
no, it's
something.
a specific prophecy.
Okay, I'll give you something.
Tell me what's vague about it.
You can contrast it with what I'm going to tell you next. Yeah?
You made an accusation, right?
Yeah.
Prove it.
It's vague.
What's vague?
Because you're saying that the Bedouins, what was it? The Bedouins are
The Bedouin, the
Arabs will
barefoot.
compete with each other building tall buildings.
and that's it.
That's specific. Bedouins don't build things. They're desert desert nomads.
Is that a specific thing?
That's very
Should we
specific.
say the Shahada because of that?
It's not.
Is that what you're saying?
That's one argument.
Well, give me
One
another one. Come on, you're all here now. Let's hear some prophecy, man. Let's hear it. Come on.
Let me tell you this prophecy, yeah?
Please.
So
go
the
ahead.
prophecy is talking about a group of people that made mud huts. They were not rich, they were not influential 1400 years ago.
You're going to have to run from
Can I finish?
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Okay, you make me run then, no problem.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I need the cardio. So at that time, to prophesize that these group of people, when there is no means, because there was no oil that had been discovered, which is referred to as black gold. So none of the historians backed it up by saying yes, the Arabs are in a position to compete with each other globally to make the tallest of buildings. Lo and behold, the very Arabs that were barefoot, unclothed herdsmen, that's what the hadith specifies. Then they were asked about the Prophet, what is it being referred to? Who? He said the Bedouin Arabs, more specific. So when you say vague, when the Prophet is literally telling you the group he's referring to, I don't know how on earth you're saying that's vague. Then on top of that, the oil has been discovered about, I would say, just under 100 years ago. It was only after black gold that the Arab countries are in a position where objectively they are making the tallest of the buildings. What's the tallest building in the world at this moment in time? You don't know?
Do you know where it is?
Not the Taj Mahal, brother. Yeah, big up India though, yeah? The Burj Khalifa. The Burj Khalifa is the tallest building in the world. Saudi Arabia, he prophesied that. That's what I've been saying for the last 5 minutes. I don't think you're paying attention. Then the Kingdom Tower, Saudi Arabia is due to make one taller than that. Then Malaysia or Indonesia is meant to make one taller than that. So this is referred to the Middle East.
Okay, fantastic.
That's a prophecy.
That's fantastic. Do you have any more?
There's loads of prophecies I can
Brilliant
give.
ones that you could bring forth.
Absolutely, like Abu Lahab.
Do you reckon you can match me on that?
Like Abu Lahab.
Okay.
Are you going to talk about the Olivet discourse that was a
no, I could
prophecy
better.
of Jesus?
Even better than
that C.S. Lewis, it's not better. C.S. Lewis said it was.
another one.
C.S. Lewis said it was embarrassing.
Who's C.S. Lewis?
C.S. Lewis, the famous
writer.
Christian.
The writer.
Oh, famous
The line-
Christian writer.
Yeah.
Yes, he's a famous Christian
Yeah, but
that you guys
can't
quote.
quote these men and tell me something's embarrassing. Right? Anyway.
Are you going to talk about that prophecy?
I'll give you another answer.
Sure.
Right?
Tell me the prophecy.
You reckon?
I need to run now, brother.
No, please.
Make me run.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Okay, I'm ready.
What was the first caliphate of Islam?
Is that what I've been waiting for?
Answer the question.
What was the what?
The first caliphate of Islam.
The first caliphate?
Yes.
You mean Khalifa?
Yep.
Abu Bakr.
Caliphate, kingdom, empire. What was the first one? The Rashidun Caliphate, right?
Yeah, the Khulafa Rashidin.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And they rode out with their bows and so on, and they conquered the Byzantine Empire in the
Half of the
Battle
globe.
Yarmouk.
Half of the globe.
Yeah, the Battle of Yarmouk, and they ripped up the. They went out on conquest and they ripped up the Byzantine Empire. They took over the Egypt as well, didn't they? Yeah, right. And the second one, what's the second caliphate?
Then you've got the
Come on.
Umayyads, then the Abbasids,
No. Let's
then the
go one at a time.
Fatimids.
Stick to the second one is the Umayyads. And the Umayyads had the most
Where are you going? Where
fitness, right?
are you going?
Did they have the
Please
most?
stay
Actually, I
here.
stand there. I'm walking around. I've had a couple Red Bulls and I can't stand still. Yeah. The Umayyads had the most fitness, right?
The what?
Fitness. They had
No,
the most
they
civil
didn't.
war. They did.
They didn't have the most fitness, no.
They had the most civil wars. Look it up.
No, they didn't.
It is facts.
No.
Yes, they
Give
did.
me the reference.
Oh my God! Seriously, bro.
Yes, reference.
Can Has anybody got a phone?
Oh, you don't have a phone?
I've got a phone.
I thought you were going to cook me.
I am going to cook you.
Then give me the reference.
Deny facts.
Give me the reference.
This guy's worth talking about.
No.
Give me the reference.
Don't deny anything. They had the most fitness, right? They were born in the fitna, right? They were empowered in the fitna, and they ended in the fitna.
Give me the
when
reference.
the Abbasid. No, this is facts. Anyway,
By who?
this is facts.
By who?
Historical facts.
By who?
Anyway, let me continue.
Name me a historian that said this is a fact.
Dude, this is historical facts.
Trust me, bro.
Over. There are books.
Trust me,
all
bro.
over the internet, right? Anyway.
Give me one book then.
Anyway, let me continue.
Give me one book.
Let me continue.
I need a reference.
Let me continue.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to accept trust me, bro.
No. Don't accept it. Don't accept it. It's trust me, bro. It's trust me, bro. Right. Now,
Then it's not an argument then.
Listen to me.
Move on.
The Umayyads had the most fitness.
Reference.
The most civil
Reference.
wars. Doesn't matter. The most.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
Let me finish. Because where is it? Okay, what we got here? The Umayyad Caliphate.
What's the reference?
Where is it?
Where is it? Go on.
Where is it? They had the most fitness.
Had the most wars, characterized by the almost continuous territorial expansions, intense border wars, and several internal conflicts.
Like several internal conflicts. But they
that
had the
your
most
reference?
fitness. Listen.
Is that what I said?
Don't try.
Is that what I said? Is that what I said?
That's the fear, you know. I know you smell it.
Just read it then.
You smell
so
it.
I can see it as well.
Let me finish what
I don't just want to smell
I know
it.
my facts. I know my facts, right? Okay, let me continue. Let's just say you don't know, right? The Umayyads had the most fitness. They had the most civil wars. Google it. See if I'm talking rubbish, right? Just Google it, right? And after the Umayyads had the most fitness or civil wars, who came next? The Abbasid. Or you're going to tell me that wasn't the golden age of commerce? Is that what you're going to tell me next?
Make your argument. Make your argument.
Was it not the golden
You got no
age?
references. Make your
And they
argument.
had the scales. They regulated the scales during commerce because people were stealing, right? Yeah. And it was an age of like fine wines, you know, because you know one thing we're going to thank Islam for is distillation, right? Of alcohol and the fine perfumes. Oh, sorry, the fine perfumes that you all made for us, right? And we're now enjoying that. And who took out the Abbasids? Wasn't it the Mongols? The Mongols took out the Abbasids, didn't they? Yeah? And the golden horde later of the Mongols in
How is this a prophecy of Jesus?
Listen carefully, I'm getting to it.
But telling me about wines
Yeah, please, yes.
and about distillation.
Give me a second.
My God.
Beautiful. No,
I completely forgot that this was supposed to be
I actually like
He
this
wanted
guy.
me to. He
Let me
said he's going to give prophecies of Jesus.
Can I finish? Right? Okay.
I will.
So now, what do we have? We have the Mongols, right? And the Mongols, at the siege of Kaffa, took the bodies of plague victims, right? And they threw them over the walls. And those in Kaffa, because they couldn't breach the walls. And that place, that area, went on to Europe, and it became the Black Death, right? Now, turn to Revelations chapter 6 for me and read it now.
Do it yourself.
Well, pass it to me. I'll read it for you. Is it all right if I hold your Bible?
Of course you can.
Run away with it,
Yes.
yeah? What you got here? King James?
New King James.
New King James, fantastic.
They had to update it, you see.
Yeah, English language and that.
No.
No?
So verses added in and taken out.
Oh, is that what you think?
No, that's a fact.
Okay, it's a fact.
Have you read the New International Version?
Yeah, I read that too. I read the book.
Where are the last 12 verses of Mark in the New International
Let me
Version?
finish this now,
Oh,
right?
now you want to finish.
Yeah, let me...
No problem. I'll wait. I'm patient.
Come on. Right. Now, when the Lamb opened one of the seals, I heard one of the four living creatures say, a voice like a voice of thunder, come and see. And I looked and behold a white horse. And he who sat on it had a bow, and a crown was given to him. A crown meaning the first empire, right? And he went out conquering to conquer. Be very careful, watch. And when he opened up the second seal, I heard the second living creature say, come and see. And therefore there was a fiery red horse went out, and he was granted, and he granted the one who sat to take peace from the earth. And the people should kill one another. That was given to him a great sword. Right? That's the second one. The third one, when he opened the third seal, I heard the third living creature say, come and see. So I looked and behold a black horse, and he who sat on it had a pair of scales, right? And in his hand I heard a voice in the midst of the four creatures saying, a quarter of wheat for a denarii, 3 quarts of barley for a denarii, and do not harm the oil or the wine. Now, I don't know about you guys, but traditionally they thought that that was famine. That's actually commerce, right? And that commerce, right, is the golden age of Islam. Now let me go to the fourth one. Now listen carefully, right? When he opened up the fourth seal, I heard a voice of the fourth living creature say, come and see. So I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and the name of him is him who sat on it was Death, and Hades followed him. And the power was given to him over a fourth of the earth, to kill with the sword with hunger, death, and the beasts of the earth. The Mongols controlled a quarter of the earth. Bear that in mind.
A horse called Death.
Hold on, and they were responsible, right, for the Black Death, right? This is what it said. But hold on a second. Another thing I wanted to say to you guys, right, is that when you're looking, you're exhausted. Yeah, I could give you way more.
Bro, get on with it, please.
Yeah, because this is factual.
It's dragging on now.
It's factual.
It's dragging
You
on.
can't touch this.
I'm sure it is.
You're not even
Make
on
your
this
argument.
level. You're not even on this
Make your
level,
argument.
right? So the point I'm saying to you is the prophecy I just given you here
It's very vague.
You are not on that level.
Yeah, that's a very low level.
No. Listen. Oh, wait there. So you're just setting the standard for the Quran then? Because what you're saying is your level of prophecy is very low. Because you're not on this level. When you go back and check your
okay.
cameras, right?
Do
you
I need
check
to
the
Google that
videos,
as well?
Read the facts and you will see exactly that you are the 4 horsemen of the Bible. Yeah?
Oh, is that what you got from there?
100%.
Which Bible
Right?
scholar says
The
that?
do you need scholars to validate yourself, or do you need the word of God to back you
So
up?
either we got scholars or we got ignoramuses.
Watch
So
carefully.
you're saying forget the scholars,
So
go with the
scholars around the time
ignoramuses.
of Muhammad, my friend. Where were they?
They were around
Where were they?
him. What do you mean?
Where were they?
He
Muhammad
himself was a scholar.
No, you're not.
The Sahaba were scholars. The Tabi'een were scholars. The Taba Tabi'een.
Muhammad couldn't read.
Also, if you can't read, you're not a scholar. Then the people around Jesus, none of them could read. Says the biblical scholars, like Bar
The
Ehrman.
Mongols took.
I'm giving names, you see, not just Google.
Right? What, not just.
Could the people around Jesus read and write?
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Are they scholars?
Hey, what does that mean?
Scholars. And how would I?
What does that mean?
How would I know?
Hey?
What are you getting at? What are you getting
Oh,
at?
now suddenly, what is this?
No, but you don't
I don't
know your own
understand.
history. That's the problem. If I ask you about the Rashidun Caliphate, you dance around it. You don't even know the.
Could Jesus write?
632 AD.
What did Jesus write?
When did they come out of
Relax.
power?
Stop manifesting.
661.
Stop manifesting.
Yeah?
Stop manifesting. Did Jesus write anything?
Yeah?
Did Jesus write anything?
Sorry?
What did Jesus write?
Jesus didn't write anything.
Eh? So we got no evidence that Jesus could
I
write.
just gave you the evidence that John prophesied, and his prophecy is greater than Muhammad's by far.
That is the most vaguest prophecies
No, it's not.
I've heard at
it's
Speaker's
not. Do you
Corner
want
for
to
the
give-
last 3
okay.
years.
Did you see me on?
Where does it say it's referring to the Muslims? At least with the Prophet's one,
not
it's
the same
specified.
Muslims,
One
is it?
second.
That's a bit-
It's specified.
the same
Okay,
Muslims.
then why did the Prophet specify Bedouin Arabs?
What colour the horses?
Okay, let me give you.
Oh,
the 4
okay.
horsemen
Oh.
are white, red, black, and green.
Oh, that answers everything now.
No. And I've given. It does, because all the places.
What colours were they?
Islam conquest.
What colours were they?
Those are where the flags.
Give me the
are.
colours.
Yeah.
Give me the colours.
White, red, black, and green.
Huh? White?
White, red, black, and green.
Green horse.
Right.
Green horse, yeah?
Revelation. These are facts.
Oh, green horse is revelation. That's very accurate. You're right.
It's absolutely.
Oh, you got me there.
And
got me there.
I could give you.
No. The green horse? Whoa. He was right. I'm finished.
Doesn't matter. Go for it.
The green horse? Wow.
green horse.
That's a mad thing.
Dude, you're cooked, man.
Yeah, I am.
Cooked you on.
The green horse cooked me.
Okay. Right. You want me to do this, yeah? Because there's way more prophecies I can tell.
Okay, pause there because we listened to you for the last 10 minutes, yeah?
That's fine.
So, he gave a random prophecy from the book of Revelation, talking about a horse called Death, talking about a green horse, saying and cherry picking from history. This happened.
They all happen sequentially.
I listened to you, yeah? I listened to you. So according to him, so now you guys are getting excited, right? So he used 10 minutes to tell me that a bunch of horses is referring to the Muslims. The Khulafa Rashidin is referring to the Umayyads, is referring to the Abbasids, cherry picking things.
Never been cherry.
Have you guys heard him quote a single book?
You won't win.
A single historian?
Not win, bro.
A single peer-reviewed evidence?
No history.
No. What I did was I gave names. I gave scholars. The scholar I gave was Bar Ehrman. Before that, I mentioned the Olivet discourse. Guys, just look at this. Look at his demeanor.
Until you can prove that God.
I'm gonna wait for him to finish.
I just done it. The prophecy is factual. I can give you more. Last week I gave Hamza dates from the Bible. Yeah, dates. Right? Of you all enslaving people for 14 centuries. I gave him dates. Yeah? The women of the world that you all enslaved and sex trafficked for 13 centuries. I gave him dates. Jesus said it would be a terrible time for nursing women and pregnant mothers.
So he said he's giving me dates, yeah? But he doesn't know Origen, who is regarded as a church father for many Christians. He said
I don't rely on that
the scribes,
it's not gonna work.
it's known that the scribes changed the times and the dates. So I now ask you,
Dude,
which times and dates? The times and dates of the Bible that Origen himself. Stop, relax. Let me respond. Let me respond. That Origen himself is saying that the scribes were changing times and dates.
Here. You can't debate people if you don't know history.
Speaking over me is not going to do anything for you.
Jesus.
You're going to have to listen to me.
All right, let me listen to you. Sorry,
Yeah?
beg your pardon.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So Origen is saying, precisely, Origen is saying, and I'll give you the reference, yeah?
Where's the Christian fellow that was here earlier on?
I'll give you the reference, yeah, if you want the reference. I'll give you the reference, what Origen said, yeah?
You know, I have my own references, but
Yes.
I'm going off the top of my head.
So Origen said, in the commentary of John, book 10, section 4, there is material falsehood in the Bible. Material falsehood. He goes on to say, and scribes would change times and places. I said dates and times. It's times and places. And Origen goes further. He says in the commentary on Matthew, the scribes neglect to check over the work or make additions and subtractions. In fact, Eusebius, he's a church historian, he says using lies is okay to remove contradictions in scripture and to convert the people. The reference for this, I need to give you the reference, it's not Google. Preparation for the Gospel, book 12, chapter 31, ladies and gentlemen. So when you look at these, one second, when you look at these authorities in Christianity, they are giving no priority to what is it? Did you listen to what I said?
No priority.
Dates and
gone, and they've been changed and so on.
Not listening. Dates and places, yeah? And then he says it's okay to lie, to remove what from the Bible?
Go on, I'm listening.
I already said it.
To lie to,
To remove contradictions and
Go on.
to convert people.
All right, and to convert people. All right.
So I say that to say this. When you talk about dates from the Bible, when your own church historians say that's not valid, yeah, dates and the places, yeah, is unreliable. So my question to you is, do you have anything to prove the validity of these dates and places or times and places that are mentioned in the Bible that you said to that brother last week?
Yeah. Oh, you saw that?
No, I'm going based on what you said.
Because I'll tell you something, it's very, very accurate. It's impossible. Yeah? It's impossible. Look it up, it's impossible. But the stuff I said, look it up. A matter of fact, could I do it now? Might as well do it. Should I do it now? Yeah? It might take time, but I don't know if I want to do it. It's take too much of your time. Go ahead, you can look at the video.
You haven't given one reference today.
I don't need references. I've read
How can I believe what you're saying?
Go and look it up. Yeah? Your own people will tell you. What I've given you is sequential history.
I've read Christian scholars and they don't mention what you've said.
You don't need to do that.
Okay, then who?
The time is now. Yeah?
What Jiminy Billy Bob saying outside Tesco? Assalamu alaikum.
Brother.
Inshallah you'll be Muslim one day.
Yeah?
Inshallah.
It will never
Repeat
happen.
after me, Ashhadu.
No, it won't happen, brother.
Repeat. Ashhadu.
Let me come and talk to you guys. Is it alright if you... What's your mic? Who's this?
Do we have a mic on it? No, we don't.
Thank you very much.
My
brother.
pleasure,
I really
my
appreciate
pleasure.
it. So I'm a bit hyper, but...
No problem, no problem.
Thanks for putting up with me, though. Whose mic is it? I've got loads of mics on me.
So just to wrap up here, for those of you guys that are wondering, oh, he mentioned this about the Abbasids and the Umayyads. This is something called the Texas sharpshooter fallacy. Yeah, there's actually a ship that went very similar to the Titanic, very similar rhetoric to the Titanic. It sunk like the Titanic, very similar correlations like the Titanic. If somebody looks at these correlations and then says, oh, the Titanic stole of this, it will be completely false. Why? Because you need to look at the counter evidence. You need to look at the 50 other things that are not like the Titanic. So the Texas sharpshooter is a fallacy. He picked and chose certain things from the Umayyads, from the Abbasids, from the Khulafa Rashidin. He didn't even know their names. He needed me to tell him. Yeah, and when I told him the names, then he was able to formulate his argument. Not one scholar, not one book, not one reference from the Christians or the Muslims or the atheists. Frankly, I would have accepted the reference of Jiminy Billy Bob sitting outside Tesco's. I would have at least said this guy's given something, but he gave nothing. Yeah, all he gave was, you know, the leaping around and all of this. And we listened to what they said. Then he referenced a conversation that he had last week pertaining dates and times. I told him the reference of origin of Eusebius. Any Christian worth his salt cannot reject Eusebius. But he was forced to go after that. Because what Eusebius said, what Origen said, admitting that there is material falsehood in the Bible. This is Origen. No problem, he doesn't want to accept it. Imagine, there's a scholar that we have, even though we may reject him, from the Khawarij, from the Mu'tazili, whatever. Which of them are going to say there is material falsehood in the Quran? They don't. In fact, even the Hadith, even whatever sect you are, the Shias, the Mu'tazilis, whatever, even they don't reject Hadith. The Hadith is not rejected. I haven't even mentioned the Quran. The Quran is not even touched. Everyone reads the Quran, the same Quran. Which scholar is going to say, yeah, things have been added to the Quran and things have been taken out of the Quran? Ladies and gentlemen, with all due respect, that's why we come with our annotated Bibles. That's why we come every single week. Yeah, come, correct us. Tell us what Eusebius really said. Tell us what Origen really said. And what this conversation started with, it was the genocides, the 7 genocides that was mentioned in the Bible, Deuteronomy chapter 7. And then I went to 1 Samuel 15 verse 3, and I asked the guy that came before him, predecessor, I asked him, is it okay to kill babies? He said, if God commands me, then yes. For Muslims, we will never be commanded to kill babies. Where in the Quran does it say kill babies? But yet today this verse is still applicable. Netanyahu, when he invaded Palestine, he said Amalek. Netanyahu again talked about Amalek again when they invaded Iran. Amalek, Amalek, Amalek. Who are these Amalek? Well, 1 Samuel 15 verse 3 will tell you they are a group of people that they are commanded to wipe out, genocide, remove, vanquish, eliminate, delete, kill. but yet they're justifying. Saying, no, it's okay, but so-and-so book says this, so-and-so book says that. We say it's never okay to kill babies. Frankly, I didn't think that was so controversial.
You enslave their mother.
Is it okay? Okay. So we have somebody over here. I'm going to ask him simple question, and then I'm going to wait. The Bible says kill babies. Would you kill
Why
babies?
are you joking with me? I'm not Christian. I'm talking about your Arab Islam. That's what I'm talking about. Your filthy Arab Islam has the 1,400 years of slavery of killing, murder, and rape. That's your filthy Arab Islam.
I don't hear an answer, ladies and gentlemen. I asked him a simple, non-controversial question. He's telling me about his life story now. I'm sorry, I'm not a therapist. I'm not a counselor.
No.
Yeah, I'm not here to counsel people that are clearly not okay, right? I'll ask once more because I'm a generous person, yeah? Is it okay? Do you condemn the verse of the Bible where it says to kill babies?
I'm not Christian. I'm talking about your dirty Arab Islam, the evil that it has done for 1,400 years. Not just...
I don't hear an answer, ladies and gentlemen. I don't follow the Bible. I'm not a Christian. But if someone asks me, is it okay to kill babies? I will say, no. Is it okay to kill babies? No. Kill babies? Kill babies? No. Didn't take very long. They didn't say, I'm no Christian, I'm this, oh, these Arabs, oh, this person, oh, Jiminy Billy Bob outside Tesco. Look, Jiminy Billy Bob is a good guy. Yeah? Don't insult. Yes, he's in some hard times. He's outside Tesco. Give him the egg and cress sandwich or Plowman's. They'll give him the, because obviously the meat in Tesco is not halal. You know what I mean? Yeah, so based on that, it's, I don't.
Yeah, you just spreading lies. You just come here to spread lies every week. Yeah.
So it's okay to kill babies?
Yeah? I could kill baby. Me? What babies have I killed? That is you. You're filthy Arab Islam.
Have a nice day, brother. Have a nice day.
Right now, in Africa.
We don't think it's controversial, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a controversial question.
Your demonic cult.
Yeah, that is it okay to kill babies? No. Simple. Is what Netanyahu doing a genocide? Is what Netanyahu doing a genocide? Is what Netanyahu doing a genocide?
Netanyahu is not doing genocide.
He's not doing genocide. You see the trend now? Yeah? If you say Netanyahu is not doing genocide, then I will be your therapist. Yeah? Because you need therapy. Because frankly, if you say Netanyahu
is defending his
not
his country,
listen,
the Arabs who want to kill them, who want to kill his natives, that's what he's doing. So I don't blame them. My people have gone through the same filth for 1,000 years, so I know that the filth that particularly Netanyahu is trying to fight against, the demonic, wicked Arab cult that Netanyahu is trying to fight against, the wicked, evil cult fabricated by Mohammed, the devil from the pit of hell. That's what Mohammed Netanyahu is fighting against.
So this is a lesson, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah? When you go home, write it in your journals. I'm giving you a free lesson. And this lesson is, sometimes to win the debate, you don't need to debate. So let the guy do the talking for you and let him dig his grave. He is now so far in the grave, I can't see him now. Yeah, he's become a blur.
You lying.
Easy, brothers. Look,
genocide.
you don't need to get emotional. You don't need to get passionate. Learn all these
genocide.
statistics.
You are lying.
Just ask question and let the people talk.
You are lying. There's no genocide. There's no genocide.
Have a nice day, brother.
Yeah, you have a nice day. You need it.
Simple, easy, done. Khalas. Finished. I will let the brothers take over. No problem. My job is done.
Arab Islam will finish. Will be over from all over the world. Starting with Iran, they are kicking it out. And Africa,
How are you, brother? You okay?
the Arab cult will be out. That I promise you.
I'm away every Friday. He's the number one fan. First viewer.
You know what it is? Khalid, who was in the podcast, he's left as well, isn't it? So it's just me and Umar. We're looking for somebody else. Oh, I nearly said Paul Golding. Paul Williams. Yeah, it wasn't practical for him to come every week. No, he wasn't from where we were filming. And yeah, he said it was a bit difficult for him. But yeah, alhamdulillah, everyone good.
Abdul Jabbar.
Where are you guys from? Luton, yeah? You guys
guys are taking over.